Welcome to the Poisoner's Cabinet. I'm Sinead.
And I'm Nick.
And this is your weekly podcast exploring the lives of the great poisoners, macabre murders, and captivating crimes from across the centuries, and creating curious cocktails inspired by the desert we tell. And it's episode 277.
Hurrah!
Hurrah!
Hurrah for numbers.
Hurrah for numbers.
High numbers.
How are you, Nick?
I'm fine.
Are you good?
I'm okay, yes, fine. All
Absolutely
good.
good. Ready?
It's a week.
It's a week.
Got a long weekend. I like that.
Oh, what are you going to do with your long weekend?
Oh, I don't know. Build some Lego.
Oh,
Watch a
Lego.
film.
Lego on a film. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Make yourself a little cocktail.
Probably not with the Lego and like midday film or something.
Nah, do it. Do it.
No,
The
okay.
Lego will become interesting.
Yes, an interesting interpretation of what it's meant to be.
Well, yeah, you could make a work of art and then sell it for millions.
It's a possibility.
Excellent.
Yes, but yeah, nice long weekend.
Any poisonings this
Chilling
week?
out. Probably.
Probably.
I've not been observant at all.
No.
No.
Do you think any poisons have befallen you that you've missed because you haven't been observant?
That I've missed.
Yes.
If there has been, they've not been particularly effective.
No, there hasn't been like a cupcake suspiciously left on your desk and that you've just accidentally knocked over.
Not that I'm aware of. Have you
And then
left a cupcake on my desk?
No.
No, then no, I don't believe so.
I just picture that with you sometimes.
Right.
There's a man in a cape and a top hat standing in the corner going, damn!
Leaving cupcakes lying around.
Yeah, well, just little treats for you, but because you're not
Right.
observant, as you say, there's probably some poisoning because you're just like ignoring it.
I would see a cupcake. I may not be observant. I would see a cake.
At 20 paces.
Yeah, exactly. I know when there's cake around.
If they just left a courgette or something like
Yeah,
that.
not a clue.
Courgette, like a bowl of that.
completely blind. It's like I can't see vegetables. Actually, it's just like it's genetic.
Marvellous. Well, speaking of not being able to see vegetables, but being able to see copious amounts of drink and poison, is debatable, I think it is time for us to thank our delicious Patreon subscribers.
Yes, indeed. So first we must say thank you very much to Rosie Langbridge,
To Jodie.
to Anna Forvagus,
To Jessica.
to Marvellous Things,
To Amy Park.
to Needs to Know What Happens,
To Kelsey.
to Jet's Journeys,
To Clover Terms.
to Jade,
To Kirsty Lem.
to Sonia Lizeski, I hope I'm getting that right,
And to Lauren Clark. Thank you, you sexy
Marvellous.
Patreon subscribers. We had fun on Patreon this week.
yeah, probably.
It was Nick's episode.
It was. Oh, it was about spam.
Spam!
No, corned beef.
No, not spam. Yeah,
Not
I was
spam.
with you for a minute
Yeah,
there.
you were going all about the spam, but it wasn't. It was not spam, it was corned beef.
The corned beef killer. Oh, yes. And we had a lengthy discussion about corned beef,
Yes.
which many people have weighed in on.
As they should.
But I love it. I think it's great. The tin stuff, especially. The
Bleh.
stuff that you peel out of it.
Bleh,
And it
bleh,
sits in its own
bleh,
fatty jelly. Big
Give me a
slice
sec.
of that. Yep, lovely. If you want to know what the hell we're talking about, please do consider joining us on patreon.com/The Poisoner's Cabinet, where you not only get details of corned beef recipes, but you get extra episodes from us every week. We also have lots of bonus content on there, years worth of bonus content.
Yes.
We have our book club. We've just picked our next book that will be discussed on a live Zoom chat exclusively for Patreon. We're going to be reading Rebecca by Daphne du Maurier, the classic novel, classic gothic gore twisted turny tale. There's outtakes on there. There's extra content for our cyanide connoisseurs. That's the higher tier as well. So you get our warm-up chats, you get our random chats, you get PC Morris case files as well. Oh, it's a wonderful place to be.
Yes, it is.
You didn't know how to end that, did
No,
you?
yeah, you were almost going off on a Wonderful Wizard of Oz sort of tune there.
I did, but I thought I should stop and then let you speak.
Right.
And clearly that was a mistake.
Yeah. It's like that was unwise.
If we were in the Wizard of Oz, I'd be like, wonderful Wizard of Oz. Yes.
Yes. He's over there.
He was the Tin Man going, I'm so sick of this bitch. Well, Nick, are you ready
Oh, God, yeah, I think so.
to drink cocktails and talk about poison?
What are my options?
Well, we could drink poison and talk about cocktails. Yeah. Well, should we maybe go with the first one?
Oh, as it's a Thursday.
Okay. Marvellous. Hooray, hooray, hooray. It is my story this week, and we can't possibly have a story without a cocktail involved. As you know, dear listeners, every week we choose a secret ingredient that is inspired by the tale that we tell, and it will flavour our cocktail of the week. Nick, this week's secret ingredient is a jeweler.
A jeweler?
A jeweler.
Jeweler.
Someone who handles the jewels.
Someone who handles jewels.
Indeed.
Nice.
Yep. Perfectly legitimate.
Perfectly legitimate craft.
Absolutely. So, with jeweler,
Yes.
What have you come up with?
We're going to have
Okay.
a gemstone.
A gemstone. Ah, okay. That's what jewelers have.
Oh, what exactly? Is that allowed?
It is allowed because it's very apt for the
I'm
episode
glad.
as well. Yes. There may be a gemstone or two.
There may be gemstone involved.
Maybe gemstones are plenty in this. Excellent. Are you happy about this one, or are you scared?
I think it will be okay.
Okay.
If it will be amazing, I don't know, but I think it will be drinkable.
It needs to be better than last week
It will be better than last week.
because we threw that.
I've had to make a slight modification,
Oh God.
but only very slight.
Right.
Very, very slight.
Grab
Very,
your
very slight.
balls.
But I think it should be okay.
Okay, wonderful. Well, I think it is high time for us to skip into the poisonous cabinet kitchen and shake up a storm. So we'll see you in a minute.
You'll see a bit. Don't know what that was.
And we're back.
Hello.
So, Nick, the gemstone.
Gemstone.
It doesn't look sparkly.
It's not overly sparkly.
It's not overly sparkly, but it's got it's a yellowy
Yes, it's a
hue
yellowy sort
to
of
it,
colour.
which is nice. Looks refreshing. Okay, so you're hopeful for this?
I think it should be okay. I think it'll be interesting.
All right, an aroma. Oh, freshness, citrusness, something. Maybe a hint of pine. Hopefully not. All right, let's dive in then.
Okay.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Well, that is sharp. It's sharp. It's okay. Very sharp.
Very sharp.
Then nothing.
Oh, there are different flavours there.
Are there?
Yes, I believe so.
All right, a second sip. Yeah, there's an interesting flavour. Very sharp at the front. It doesn't have much of an aftertaste to me.
Quite like that.
It's got interesting
It's got
flavours
some
to
flavours
it,
to it.
but I don't think it's got much of an aftertaste
Okay.
at all. But I'll definitely drink it because
Oh,
it's
I'm
got.
glad.
I like a nice sharp freshness. There's something weird in there though.
There's a thing that I've had to sort of substitute.
Is there pear in there
There's not.
or apple?
No.
Okay, no, pear like Blair. Stairs. There's not pear
No. Nor apples.
nor. Why are you doing it like that? Pear,
The other one.
orange.
No.
What? Apple, pear.
It's not the other one at all. Just think of another fruit.
There's a lot of
Of
fruits.
which there are more than
Nick.
3.
I know. Not a pear,
Not a
but
pear.
something completely different. Tomato. It's a fruit. Okay, pear, apricot.
No.
God, I have to go through all the fruits. It's a berry.
No.
A stone fruit.
No.
No, we had to think about that, didn't you? Yeah. Does it grow on trees?
Yeah.
Do all fruits grow on trees?
Most of them do, apart from those ones that grow in a bush.
But not a bushel one.
This is not a bushel one. This is
No, not juniper berries. Lemon. Well, lemon, lime.
There's limes, which is the sharpness. There's
The lime is the sharpness, but there's another fruit.
There's
There's another tree-based fruit.
another tree-based fruit.
Banana.
No.
What are all the fruits that grow on trees? Again. All right. Not apricot, not apples, not pears.
Think less local.
Peaches.
No.
Pineapple.
Pineapple.
Why do I never guess pineapple?
I have no idea.
I don't know why I've got a blind spot. Okay, so lime and pineapple, tropical,
Tropical.
lilt.
That's it for your fruits.
Something more sour to it. Is any sugar in this?
Little bit.
Because I can't taste it.
Little bit. That's why I'm thinking I may need to tweak some of the things.
Maybe up the sugar a little bit. Okay, so rum maybe.
There's a rum.
There's
Yes,
a rum.
there's a rum.
A golden rum.
Yep, there's an aged rum, 3 years. Yep.
Aye. So lime, pineapple, golden rum. Lovely
Yep.
so far. Why isn't this setting my world on fire though? What's ruined it? What's
I think it's ruined it. Well,
What's ruined it, Nick?
I don't think anything's ruined it, but I think I'll come to that in a minute. Is there one more thing?
You got to explain a little bit.
One more thing.
Is it
One more thing.
fucking chartreuse?
No.
Is it an alcohol?
Yes.
So rum, like a base spirit or a weird liqueur?
No,
thing?
it's a spirity. No.
Bourbon,
No.
vodka,
No.
gin,
No.
vermouth,
No.
whiskey, a type
No.
of whiskey, a cognac,
No.
a Calvados, brandy.
Brandy.
What kind of brandy?
That's cognac.
It's cognac.
Yeah.
Oh, that has ruined it.
I
What
don't
else?
think so.
But what else?
So what I think it is because the recipe calls for a pineapple syrup. And a little bit of sugar. And a pineapple syrup is going to be quite sweet.
Yes.
Didn't have any pineapple syrup. Couldn't find it in the shops. So what I did is I bought a tin of pineapples.
I was going to suggest, and
So
then
I bought a tin of
drain
pineapple and
the
then
syrup.
drained it out. But it's still more juicy than syrupy. So I think with probably the additional sugar that would have been there with the pineapple syrup,
Yes.
I think that would have helped it. Would have taken some of the tartness away
Yes.
and made it a bit more balanced.
Balanced it out.
So
Because that's, it's lacking something.
So I think that's what it is. I think it's too tart, and I think the extra sugar from a pineapple syrup would have helped balance it.
Yeah.
But obviously the pineapples I bought weren't sugary enough.
The man from Del Monte, he said no.
Didn't say no.
He said no.
And also, you've got a tin of pineapples to take away with you.
That you've opened.
That I've opened.
That you've opened. So I'm just going to walk home with an open tin of pineapples.
I mean, I opened it a little bit, just so I could juice it.
Right, so I have to make a pineapple upside down cake, apparently.
Yes.
Well, I mean,
For Saturday.
For Saturday.
For when I come to your house on Saturday.
Right. Here's some ingredients. Fuck off and bake something.
Make me something lovely.
Half opened. There we go.
You got a cocktail out of it.
Why don't you make an upside down cake?
Because I don't know how.
I don't know how either. The internet exists. You've got a tin of pineapple. Come on, make an upside down cake, Mr. Baker. You're so good at it. You often say that you are. Prove it. Bring something, and then I'll furnish you with booze as recompense for your time.
Right, that traditional Irish pineapple upside down cake.
Well, we're watching The Departed. We were doing film club on Saturday, so it's The Departed. So it's Irish and Boston.
Traditional pineapples.
Traditional
Where the
pineapples.
pineapples
Do you
come
not
from?
remember the great pineapple of Boston? Just
That
curveball.
great Irish pineapple famine.
That was the thing that really killed us off. It wasn't the English starving us. It was when they took the
It
pineapples.
was the lack of pineapples.
The sheer lack of pineapples.
Could not feed their children on the pineapples anymore.
Absolutely. Pineapples make your teeth fall out. If you eat nothing but pineapples, your teeth will fall out far quicker than if you ate any
Who's
other...
eating nothing but pineapples?
I don't. People who are stuck on Pineapple Island.
Or a supermarket.
Yes. If you're a supermarket, there's other things. Yep. We're getting off the track.
Yes, come on, get on with it.
Right. It's not bad. The cognac has no place in this, I fear.
Okay.
I don't think. But you seem to like it.
I don't mind it. I think a bit more sugar and it'd be great.
Bit more sugar and it perfectly drinkable. But I like all the freshness. So yeah, I chalk that up as a win.
Nice.
A gemstone. Don't know where that came from.
Who knows?
With the gemstone firmly in hand.
Yes.
Would you like a story?
I would like a brief story. I've got stuff to do.
Okay. It's very brief. Don't worry. It's not 9 pages. And you need to come along for the ride because I know how you feel about certain things.
Oh,
but today, Nick, I must tell you of a curse.
Okay.
A terrible curse.
Terrible curse.
A terrible curse. You're already going, no.
The curse of the pineapple.
The curse of the pineapple. I mean, if that was too dark a story to tell on this. A curse that has been passed along across centuries.
Okay.
To the nobility, to the high society. This curse has been passed down by something so beautiful, something so tempting, something so blue. Today we are talking about legendary Hope Diamond.
Okay.
The curse of the Hope Diamond, Nick.
Right.
A famous gemstone. One of the most famous in the world.
It's quite famous.
It is quite famous. Due to persistent rumours that it carries a terrible curse, bringing misfortune and horror to anyone who owns it, I think that it's got a worthy place with the Poisonous Cabinet podcast.
Well, I shall be the judge of that.
Right, okay. I need you to come along with this story and not the entire time go, boo.
Boo.
Because the story of the
Do it better.
The story of the Hope Diamond is a very popular one. People love it. People have asked us about it. And big thanks to Vivian, who helped pull together the research for this episode. But it's a bit different.
Okay.
Because there is death, and there is robbery, and murder.
Okay, well, that's fine then.
Oh, there's all of these things.
As long as those things are in there.
In the vicinity of the gem.
In the vicinity.
But it's a chance
in
for
the bank next door.
Someone somewhere.
Someone somewhere.
Much like the Curse of the Mummy. But it's a chance for us to romp through history.
Right.
And enjoy some cursed bling. Yeah. So what do you know of the Hope Diamond?
Actually, very little.
But you've heard of it.
I've heard of it. Definitely heard of it.
Well, what have you heard?
I knew. Well, yesterday there was a curse. Was it from South Africa or something like that? It was found.
No.
Then see, I know very little.
And you could maybe Google this because I meant to. Is whether or not the heart of the ocean may be based on the Hope Diamond.
Oh right.
The heart of the ocean from Titanic, from that wonderful documentary. Because the Hope Diamond bears a striking resemblance to how that's in the film. So it's had a wealth of names over the century while you do your Googling. It's been called the Tavernier Blue, the French Blue, Big Blue Shiny Thing, It wasn't called that. And then finally the Hope Diamond. It still exists.
Directly inspired by the famous Blue Hope Diamond.
There you go. So everyone can picture the heart of the ocean. So it lives now at the Smithsonian.
No, it's at the bottom of the ocean.
The true one
That's where the old lady dropped it.
The fake one is, yes. The Smithsonian Museum. It currently sits, was not always, 45.52 metric carats.
Okay.
It's made up of carats.
Made up of carats.
Yeah, obviously this is where all your jewellery knowledge comes into it, which I bet you know some of.
I know, yes, carrots are obviously a weight of things, but I don't know how big a carrot is.
I don't know either. This big, so pull it out of the ground. They weigh it against some carrots. Well, what if they did?
That's where it comes from.
Well, maybe. They didn't have anything else to measure it with.
They measured their diamonds with carrots. With actual carrots.
They had scales. They put carrots on there. This is 45 carats. Wow. I don't think they would keep that.
Not entirely convinced that's where it came from.
But you're not sure.
But I'm not 100% sure. I'm going to go 99.9% bollocks to that.
Okay, all right. Well, we'll agree to disagree there. But it's 45.52 metric carats. It is described as fancy dark greyish blue.
Fancy dark greyish blue. Fancy. I do love all the names they have for colours of diamonds.
Oh, it's so good.
Like, yeah, fancy blue, fancy light blue. Fancy shimmery blue.
It is. It's fancy dark greyish blue. And it is incredibly striking. I will obviously put pictures of this on the episode, in the notes and everything. But have a look at it. It's very beautiful. It's got a very slight violet components to it that are imperceptible to the naked eye. But unless you get a big magnifying glass, you go, oh, wow. In its current setting, the cut is described as cushion, antique, brilliant.
Okay.
With a faceted girdle and extra facets on the pavilion.
Everyone loves a faceted girdle.
Who doesn't? And I love an extra facet on my pavilion.
Who doesn't want a faceted girdle?
From the description from the Smithsonian, in the pendant surrounding the Hope Diamond are 16 white diamonds, both pear shapes and cushion cuts. A bail, is a thing, is soldered to the pendant where the former owner, Mrs. McLean, would often attach other diamonds.
I need more diamonds.
I'm shit you not, that's what she did. Including the McLean diamond and the Star of the East, which she owned. So she had the Hope diamond and then just pinned other shit to it. And then just blinged around her apartment. The necklace chain contains 45 white diamonds in total.
Nice.
So she blinged. Not only that, the stone has remarkably strong phosphorescence. Every jeweller enthusiast out there is absolutely losing their mind. It glows ghostly red under an ultraviolet light. Those details alone would be enough to make this diamond the poster child of jewellery. But how did it gain its sordid reputation? This reputation of being cursed. What happened to the various owners of the Hope Diamond?
Is this an Indian one?
It is Indian.
Yes.
Well, allegedly.
Allegedly.
So to begin at the beginning,
yes.
Best place to start. Something is known of the stone's childhood. We have its recorded history, and then we have all the speculation.
All the made-up shit.
All the made-up stuff. Well, obviously, you know the first record of it, but then it's got to have started somewhere. So basically, the records of it, and it's
long time ago, Mummy Carbon and Daddy Carbon
loved each other very much.
And got a really, really big hug and made a diamond.
It did. And it was born and it was beautiful. It was 1 billion years ago. It's of scientific significance because its formation produces this very rare blue colour. So in science, it is a very special diamond.
It's special.
It's a very special diamond. Alleged to have come from the Kola mine in Andhra Pradesh in India. Mm-hmm. So these mines in the Golconda region, known for producing large and coloured diamonds. But its official history begins in 1666, when a French gem merchant named Jean-Baptiste Tavernier, allegedly bought the stone during his final voyage to India. Now, Tavernier was a famous traveller as well as a gem dealer. He has lots of things written about him. Travelled the world, and he was very known for sort of opening up these trade routes or these routes around. He'd had many adventures. He'd written about the sights he'd seen and the people he'd met and all the gems he'd acquired along the way. Absolutely, perfectly, legitimately, I'm sure.
Absolutely.
Now, according to Tavernier's own records, which he published in 1676, so 10 years later, is the first record that we have of him detailing the Hope Diamond in his journal. He purchased the diamond absolutely legitimately.
Absolutely legitimately.
Absolutely legitimately. I don't know if he wrote that down in there, but it's just there's sketches of the gem in his journal, and then there's a vague note that he bought it in 1666. No details of its cost, no details of where he got it from, where he would have given more details otherwise. Seems like very much a footnote of like completely legal. Absolutely fine.
Lost the receipt in laundry.
Sent his pantaloons to the laundry. French pantaloons, the best. And its first record, the diamond was 112 and 3/16 carats in the old style. That's now 115 metric carats. It's a big diamond.
There's a big lot of carats.
And it was described as Tavernier as beautifully violet. It was roughly cut in a triangular shape, but that's how he acquired it. This huge rock. And it becomes known as the Tavernier Blue. And he knew just who to take it to. Who's he going to sell it to? You know who bloody loves jewellery?
Probably a king.
Louis XIV.
Yeah.
The Sun King. He would love it. Such a jewel should adorn the king, and off the Frenchman goes to Versailles to fling his wares about. But in Tavernier's wake, a rumour begins. There is talk, there are tales. That this beautiful blue gem was not simply sold or found in a mine and sold in a legitimate way. This gem had once served as the eye of a glorious Hindu idol. And someone had plucked out that eye.
Oh, you're not going to be happy about that.
Stolen it away. He was said to be that man. And it was said that after he took the gem from this idol, the priests of the temple, discovering the theft, placed a terrible curse on whosoever possessed the diamond for the rest of time. Others just say the act of him taking it ignited the curse from the idol itself. Another version is Tavernier bribed one of the priests in the temple, slipped him a few coins, quite a substantial amount.
Probably quite a few coins, yeah.
And then he took the diamond, and that priest died of a horrible fever. Oh. Just moments after Tavernier's had left.
Just seconds
after he's backing out the door. Yeah. The curse had been cast, as it were. But at this point, Tavernier's none the wiser. He's merrily making his way off to France. La, 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 la. He arrives back in France in 1668. And he has got a lot of accolades for his work in securing trade routes in India, finding so many nice, shiny things on the way. And he's presented to Louis XIV. And he brings along something worthy of the Sun King, the Tavernier Blue. And it's a rock. It's huge and it's striking. And Louis is just eyes on stalks. The man liked his bling and just like, whoo, okay. Tavernier sold the diamond to the king, along with 14 other large stones and several smaller ones as well, just to dress things out. He sold the Tavernier for between 220,000 and 720,000 livres. I did use an online calculator. Mm-hmm. I found an old one. I had to convert things into shillings and then into pounds. And it still comes out with a ludicrous amount. That's about 16 million pounds today.
Okay.
So there we go. But the king has his gemstone. Ha ha. Now, I'm going to break up the story by shouting curse time every now and then. So I can interject with stories of the curse.
Okay.
As they landed in history, as best we know.
Okay.
And I know you will be with me on all of these.
Always, constantly.
Absolutely. So Tavernier sells to King Louis, there you go, have your lovely, have more diamonds. And he rocks off all happy, flush with cash. He's going to do more travels. He's off to Russia. They love him there. The Russians, oh, come on in, lovely. And as he's travelling across Russia with his ill-gotten gains in his hands, his blood money from this diamond he's stolen, on his trip he is torn apart by a pack of wild wolves.
Oh, that'll do. That'll get you.
He is torn apart, apparently, by this pack of wolves.
Quite a wild place is Russia.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty scary. A bloody death for a man who may have stolen an idol's eye. Or
not.
Another version is that he actually gained a patent of nobility for his work in France, and then he was in discussions with the first Elector of Brandenburg in 1684 regarding the potential charting of some trade companies, much like the East India trade at his time, and he was going to lead the way as the ambassador of India, but all those talks broke up, and then Louis XIV got a bit annoyed about Protestants at that time, so he left France and he travelled around a bit, and he went to Russia, and he died quietly in his 80s of non-curse related illnesses.
I'm probably going to go with that one.
Really? But the dogs.
What are the dogs?
Wolves of wild. Wolves and dogs together.
I'm sure I found something else to eat.
Yes. Who's to say which story is true, Nick? There was also a story that Tavernier, as soon as he stole the idol's eye, died of a horrible, horrible fever. And they were like, he saw within days he was cursed with this terrible fever. But somehow
somehow he got back to France.
He still got back to France to sell
the diamond.
Because the story continues with Louis XIV. And they were like, he got back there and then he went back and then he died a terrible, terrible death. But there we are. But,
Right.
There's the curse.
Okay, that'll do it.
Back to the diamond, my friend.
Back to the diamond.
Louis XIV, flouncing around Versailles, looking resplendent with his beautiful diamond. He had the Tavernier Bleu recut in 1673. There's a lot of cutting of diamonds in this story, but it's fun.
And it gets smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller.
Well, it's sort of, yeah, but still not that small.
It's still a chunky piece.
It's still a chunky piece. I mean, like, from what it was, it will end up at half, but obviously you recut the diamonds at different points, and obviously the king will take, his jewellers would take great care and effort in doing this. So it's a piece to be remembered, he wanted. It was cut down to 67 1/8 carat, and it was set into a cravat pin that would be worn with a ribbon for grand ceremonies. And the shape was heart-shaped, so this is what it's kind of triangle shape, but heart shape comes out of that, with a distinct 7-point star in its facets representing the Sun King's emblem. It now becomes the blue diamond of the crown of France, or the French blue, which sounds like a delightful cheese.
It does.
It does.
And it is.
Or a saucy film. But the French blue was spreading its evil powers in France, Nick.
No, surely
oh,
not.
no, it did not rest after
Did
Tavernier.
not curse the king.
It brought misfortune. It brought misfortune on the court. Obviously, it was that. During this time, the jewel was allegedly lent to one of the king's favourites for an evening, Superintendent of Finance, Nicolas Fouquet.
And he fell over. Oh, God, bastard.
Did that name ring a bell?
No.
It's an obscure one. Allegedly the real-life inspiration for the Man in the Iron Mask.
Oh.
He looked very similar to King Louis. Worth probably a story in itself, maybe, that one. I didn't look into it massively here, but he looked very similar to the king, and they were favourites. But
Especially when wearing the gem.
When wearing the gem and flouncing around. Well, maybe King Louis was jealous that he looked so good in it.
Better with the gem.
He looked so good in it.
That's King Bob's gem. Lock him up in a mask.
King Bob's gem. No, the very day after he'd worn it, practically, according to legend, he fell out of favour with the king. The king promptly had him thrown out of court and thrown into jail, and there he remained to inspire this great story. Nothing to do with the fact that he was misappropriating funds.
Not at all.
And had a huge extravagant lifestyle when Louis was being told to curb his spending a bit. And he got annoyed and went, you know what, fuck you. So, yeah, the royal court would again be thrown into complete disarray shortly after the arrival of the French blue, because what happens in his reign that we may know about and have talked about quite a lot?
A lot of poisoning and witches going on.
Not an affair of the poisoners.
Yeah, a lot of poisoning witches.
No, dozens of people executed with a mass poisoning ring was revealed, including several members of the French aristocracy. The Marquis de Montespan. She was his long-term mistress, and she was said to have worn the diamond.
Oh,
so
was
it poison? Or was it the diamond making everyone poison each other?
We'll never know, will we?
We'll never know.
We'll just never know.
Or, I've written it down so we do know.
Okay, then we will know very shortly.
And the diamond kept working its evil, evil ways on Louis XIV, who became riddled with health problems. Obviously had diabetes, gout, and that pesky anal fistula. That was the diamond's work.
Where was he keeping the diamond?
I mean, no one's ever put two and two together there. Famously had that.
That's pokey diamond. That's going to cause a hole.
It is. He had to have a specially shaped scalpel created to deal with that.
Nice.
Lovely. But he would die of gangrene, not related to that. He went out hunting.
Anal gangrene.
Had a terrible anal gangrene. Oh, that is not a way to go. Oh, no. No diamonds in the world. You can imagine at some point, some witch doctor or variant of would have said, if you put diamonds up there...
Just chuck diamonds up there.
Someone today probably thinks that, of all of that, eat charcoal and put diamonds up your arse.
Be fine.
That will give you diamond strength. It will make us strong.
Everyone needs a diamond enema.
Who doesn't? It's pretty savage, as I can imagine. So he dies of gangrene in 1718. Louis XV. He inherits the French crown jewels. And France as well. That's the main thing. And France. So,
mainly France.
Oh, I have shiny things and France. Love it. The French blue would be moved into a new setting, an elaborate ceremonial piece for the Order of the Golden Fleece. He had the diamond set into a pendant, along with other prominent stones from the royal collection. So it's this ridiculous piece. including the 107-carat red spinel that was carved into a dragon.
Nice.
Breathing covetous flames.
Covetous flames.
Covetous
Not
flames.
ordinary flames, but covetous flames.
Yes, and those flames were made of diamonds.
Nice.
Diamonds over the
People
French
would covet
blue.
them.
Can you imagine what that looked like?
Pretty epic.
Insane. Love it. Love everything about it. Louis XV, we've spoken about it on the podcast before, famously attacked by a servant named Robert Francois Damiens, who stabbed the king with a penknife, but he didn't really go that far because he was wearing so many layers. And then the king famously...
And so many diamonds.
And so many diamonds. So many diamonds. And the king obviously was taken in going, oh my God, I'm dying. Let me confess to my wife all the affairs I've had. And it's like, you're not dying.
You're not dying, mate. You're all right.
But was Damiens drawn to the power of the diamond?
Whoa.
Did the diamond command him to stab him? I swear to
No.
God, that's how some of these stories go. So he doesn't die from the pen, but he does die at some point. And then...
The curse has struck again.
The curse has struck again. That he dies at some point. Like the curse of the mummy. That.
20 years later, he dies. Oh my God.
I know.
Not again.
And the diamond is sitting in a chair, swilling a brandy, going, good, good.
I've taken my time.
But then the diamond, who's going to get the diamond next after Louis XV?
14th?
Going backwards, are we?
16th?
There we go.
21st?
That's it. The 16th, he doesn't have a good time, famously. Nor does his wife, Marie Antoinette. No. Yes, very much people have just gone, they had their heads cut off. Diamond curse. Diamond curse. Yeah, they had a lovely start to their reign.
Yeah, I mean, nothing else. Everything else they did was spot on.
Then it very much went downhill. If the legend is to be believed...
It's not.
Marie Antoinette's downfall and the French monarchy's downfall can be attributed to two diamond incidents.
Right, okay.
Instances.
Let them eat diamonds, she said.
They stopped her saying that. PR scratched that out and went, we'll just go with cake. It was probably fine. No, because another story that we've covered, the affair of the diamond necklace. You won't remember that one. Famously,
No.
You weren't around for that one. That was the Emma one that everyone loves.
Yeah, I'm saying, well, I'm not in it. Everyone loves it. It's fine.
The affair of the diamond necklace, where Marie Antoinette was ultimately blamed for the scandal, even though she had nothing to do with that, it would contribute to the rising hatred against her and fuel the French Revolution. King and Queen captured 1792, executed the next year. So it didn't end well.
On the orders of a diamond.
On the orders of the diamond. The diamond was puppeting people. But this is where we get some very good, sneaky, covert robbery.
Okay, nice.
And I must stress how covert this was. Shortly after the capture of the royal family in 1792, the royal jewels were seized by the revolutionary government and kept in the royal storehouse, where they would be put on display once a week. Oh, show the opulence, show the wealth. On the 11th of September 1792, a group of thieves stole across the rooftops of the storehouse. And in the dead of night, they broke in, quite, and they stole some of the French crown jewels. They swiped some, quiet as mice, got out. Oh my God, we've done it. Oh my God. No one's raised the alarm. No one's noticed. Should we come back tomorrow? Yeah, let's get more tomorrow. They came back 5 times.
Brilliant.
Over the next 5 consecutive days, they continued to loot the storehouse,
Fantastic.
getting increasingly emboldened each time. By the 17th of September, there were 50 thieves, and they were only caught because of the amount of noise they were making while absolutely ransacking the storehouse. Brass band, dancing girls, elephants, whatever. So they all just absolutely raided it, and everyone, oh no.
Brilliant.
Hey.
Stop them over there.
So, yep, a good number of the jewels were stolen, and many of them were recovered, but not the French blue. Not
the French blue.
The French blue. Curse time, Nick. Curse time. Another random curse story.
Right.
Would you like it relating to Marie Antoinette?
Right, one of the thieves died 30 years later of a broken leg. My God, the curse has struck yet again.
There we go. Oh, you see. A story worth looking up because it's brutal. It's just a slice of French Revolutionary history, but the way some people have just fucking crowbarred the diamond in here. Marie-Louise of Savoy, who was a companion and confidant of Marie Antoinette, she was loaned the diamond once. Marie Antoinette allegedly gave her the diamond to wear one night, and because she had worn it, that was why she was torn apart in the streets by a revolutionary mob.
Nice.
She'd only worn it once, and everyone was outraged at her wealth for that. It's a true story that she was captured and that she was held and she was told to take the oath of love, liberty, and equality, but she also was told she had to swear hatred to the king and the queen, and she was so close to Marie Antoinette she refused to do it. There's this striking scene, as it's written about, is that she is being told this, and she's in a yard, and they're like, okay, we're just going to throw you to the mob. And she is literally thrown out into the streets of the mob of the massacres that take place in the Reign of Terror. And she is thrown out and gets her head caved in and torn apart by people. It's a great story.
Delightful.
Nothing to do with the diamond.
Yeah, I'm not entirely convinced of the connection there.
Or was it?
No.
Yeah. Okay. So there you are. But what of the diamond now?
What of it? Yes, where is it?
The diamond has been lost. It's
Where
been
is it?
stolen away. It's been
no.
cut up horribly, clearly, and scattered to the winds. The curse carried with it. Well, for many years, yes, the whereabouts of the diamond were unknown until an interesting blue diamond appeared in a memo written by London jeweller. That was the vague connection.
Oh, right, okay. London. Oh, yes.
We have a lot of jewellers in this.
Yeah, there's a lot of jewellers have been at work.
There's a lot of jewellers. There we go. John Falcion. Frankie Leon. John. By a London jeweller. In 1812, he recorded a very curious, superfine, deep blue diamond in the possession of a diamond merchant, a contact of his. The stone was unusually large, an ovular, brilliant cut, but was only 45 carats.
Oh, it's been
So
chipped
much
off a bit.
smaller than the French blue. Curse time, Nick! Curse time! What has happened to the diamond in the interim of getting this absolutely definite record of it? So this is where it shows up. And this has, I should say now, this has absolutely been linked.
It's definitely the right same diamond.
It's the same one. It has been linked. It's been tested. The Hope diamond that we know now, which this appears to be, this is a different one. It was the French blue. It was linked to that. So everyone has been able to link that over and almost definitively say, no, it definitely is.
That one.
It is that one.
Okay.
But in the interim of this is where it's bollocks. No, but also fact. So there is a tale of a Dutch jeweller, Wilhelm Fols, who acquired the diamond in the late 1700s. And he was the man responsible for cutting it down. Of course, you acquire the jewel, you have to cut it down. It has to have a degree of skill.
Resize it and put it into a different setting.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It was a rough cut. It wasn't elegantly done. But he was responsible for cutting it down. And he retains this large chunk, the big one, and then smaller gems which are scattered out. But so beautiful was the newly cut diamond, so tempting, that Wilhelm's son, Hendrik, was consumed by his lust for it.
Consumed by the diamonds.
He killed his father. Murdered his father. He stole the diamond and he ran away, and he was later found and he'd taken his own life. But the gem was gone. And had he taken his own life because he needed to be rid of it and he was still consumed by it? Well, the gem disappeared for several years.
The gem killed him.
Turning up in London. The gem killed him. So the London jeweller makes no mention of where the gem came from or who cut it. It's interesting that a record of the stone was made and dated 2 days after the 20-year statute of limitations was up for crimes committed during the French Revolution.
Convenient. That's convenient.
Convenient. 2 days later, here is a diamond. Don't know where it came from. Nobody's worried about it. So the diamond now does another tour of the royal courts. It allegedly ends up in the court of George IV, Prince George, who has been having a lovely time. And now is king. I was like, oh, God. Got it through, apparently, his loathsome wife to him, Catherine of Brunswick. He was married to her, hated her. She got it because her dad was Carl Wilhelm, who may have obtained the diamond from a bribe from Georges Danton from the French Revolution, and he cut it up so Napoleon wouldn't get it.
Right.
And then she got it eventually.
Brilliant.
She got it. It's fine. There's no record of George IV owning this diamond, but it's possible people have said that the royal records and the household records may have been mixed up. Like he didn't keep very good records. He wasn't a great king, really. After his death in 1830, apparently his mistress stole many of his items and sold them all to cover her debts and his debts and all of this. So again, the diamond scatters to the wind. No obvious curse there apart from financial ruin for George, who had been doing that way before he had the diamond. But still, in 1839, the diamond appears again in the gem collection of wealthy banking heir Henry Philip Hope.
There we go.
There's the name. How he got it, by what means, no one knows.
No one knows.
Everyone's very
Something
stum.
rather nefarious, I would imagine.
After this point, people are a bit more clear about
Yes.
they've been selling and buying it, but everyone's like,
There's
nope.
there's provenance after this point.
Yes, there's records and things. After the death of his 3 nephews, it gets very Deathly Hallows. They are fighting in battles for his estate because he obviously has a lot of, a huge gem collection. And it's his oldest nephew, Henry Thomas Hope, who gets the stunning blue diamond that is in the collection, and it is now named the Hope Diamond. And the nephew, the cousins would fight each other endlessly.
To the death.
They never spoke again. They greed had consumed them, the greed for the diamonds. They'd hate each other for a while. So the diamond goes on display at Crystal Palace. It goes on a bit of a tour and everything. When Henry Hope passes away, his wife had made a will saying that she doesn't want to give her jewels to her daughter because her daughter's married to the Duke of Newcastle and he's just going to squander everything away. He's not good with money. So she gives it to her youngest grandson, Henry Francis Pelham Clinton, who will become Lord Francis Hope in 1887. And she says, you must take the Hope name and you must preserve the gem. You will take it. You are reliable. You're not like that Duke of Newcastle. Not at all. No. And he gets it at age 21, absolutely squanders his fortune away.
Spends a lot. Yeah.
Spends everything on wine, women, song, travel, gambling, shows.
He's 21. What else are you going to do with it?
Yep. He gets through at a remarkable rate, and he's begging his family. He doesn't sell the diamond, though, until the last minute. He's begging his family. He's making his family sell their assets to pay his debt. But eventually, in 1901, he has to sell the Hope diamond. And again, people will say that diamond had its grip on him. Interesting, he was married to a young actress named May Yohe, or Yoa. And the marriage was a disaster. She would marry many times over. They spent all their money. They had a great time. They had affairs. She left him. But she would fully lean into the cursed rumours because the cursed rumours have followed them all this time. And everyone's talking about them. And the more she hears about them, she absolutely insists that she was cursed by the diamond.
My fault, curse.
Yeah. That's what broke up her marriage. That is what has led to her money problems. That's why she's a terrible actress. Yep, all of these things. Lord Francis insists that she had never worn the Hope diamond. She'd never gone near it. She makes a replica of the Hope diamond and she wears it in 1912 when she's appearing in a film. In 1921, she helps to write a book and a film serial of the time called The Hope Diamond Mystery.
Yeah.
All about the mythology of the diamond because she was so close to it. But the diamond has grown weary of cursing Europeans, Nick. It's time for America!
It's time to move.
And I think it's time for a drink.
Oh, yes.
Nick, we have our drinks.
We do.
The diamond is on the move.
Nice.
The diamond is on
Is
the
it on
move.
the Titanic?
I mean, the dates stack up at one point. It's actually like, oh shit. I did try to dig it. I'm sure someone said it was on there because we had the unlucky mummy on the Titanic, allegedly. Okay. So the diamond would be bought and sold several times over. There's all sorts of details. It went to who. Eventually it ends up in New York, passing between various dealers who wanted the diamond, but then they wanted it off their hands very quickly. There are rumours circulating about the diamond that it is cursed. It's called the hoodoo diamond at different points. It's got all these sort of stories. But also people are buying it and then they're reevaluating it and they're trying to sell it on for a profit. And then some people are sort of buying it at an inflated price. It's getting reevaluated at different times. So all of this is moving and shaking.
It has a limited sort of audience, really. There's not that many people who can afford to buy such a thing.
Yes and no. Yes, there are people who will absolutely buy into it because the idea of cursed objects or cursed diamonds or cursed, value is very much in vogue. People love the mythology around it. They love it. M.R. James is doing really well at this time in England. But people love that idea. But we've got a great big old depression coming. So the value of diamonds is dropping. And people are trying to say it's not the diamond that's doing the depression. We can't rule it out. So, you have this sort of flux of people wanting to buy it and, the great and good wanting to show it off because it's an incredible piece and it is rare. But the value of it going up and down and people just trying to trade it and ship it off and trying to make their own profit from it. It's this sort of weird juxtaposition. So dealers, are absolutely ramping up its reputation, inventing tales of it. Diamond dealer Simon Frankel sold it in 1908 to a Turkish diamond collector and merchant Salim Habib for reported $200,000, $7 million today. And Habib immediately was met with financial troubles and put his entire gem collection up for auction the next year. was it the diamond? It was alleged that he had bought the gem for the then Sultan of the Ottoman Empire, but the Sultan would not keep the gem after his throne began to totter.
Okay.
Don't know if that's the empire or his chair was wobbly.
Yeah. Okay. Probably at the time, both at that time.
Both. It was like, oh, wobbly. Curse time! New York Times reported in 1909 that Salim Habib, a wealthy Turkish diamond collector and merchant who formerly owned the famous blue Hope diamond, was among the passengers drowned in the wreck of the French mail steamer Seine in Singapore. This adds another to the list of misfortunes associated with the ownership of the famous gem. It was reported that he had the diamond with him. He was never on board that ship and nowhere near Singapore. And clearly did not sink with the diamond. Because it's not there. It's at the heart of the ocean. Oh, down it went. They had the New York Times had mistaken a different passenger with the name Habib for him and just went ahead with it.
Just with the story.
Went ahead with it. There are also tales of a Greek diamond merchant buying and selling the jewel and then driving his car off a cliff.
Okay.
Prince Ivan Kantiovsky of Russia allegedly bought the diamond, loaned it to his lover, French actress, and in a fit of jealousy he would shoot her while she was on stage. Wearing the diamond? Not so sure.
Okay.
And then he was later killed by Russian revolutionaries.
British.
Again, the diamond. But it makes its way back. But the diamond ends up being passed from dealer to dealer, but one famous name would acquire it at the time for $550,000. Pierre Cartier. The Cartier brothers take up the task of trying to sell the Hope diamond and making a profit. He is absolutely ramping up the cursed gemstones angle. A lot of the stories and the legends that start around the Hope diamond come from Cartier.
Yeah.
That he is embellishing these tales and absolutely ranking them and using his press contacts and using everyone around it to make this story sound so intriguing. And he's got some rich folk in mind, gullible rich folk, Evelyn and Ned McLean of Washington, D.C. The McLeans were a young married couple, previous clients of Cartier, who purchased the Star of the East diamond, 95 carats, during their honeymoon in 1908.
Delightful.
They were said to have more money than sense.
Yeah, it certainly sounds like it.
Yep, they were like, oh yes, lovely, I love it. Now, apparently Pierre Cartier arranged to meet the McLeans in Paris in 1910. He was armed with his salesman's theatricality and the diamonds sealed in a package of simple wrapping paper. And he arrives and he tells Evelyn all the stories of the Hope diamond. He embellishes its known history. He lays it all out. He doesn't unwrap the diamond. He just sets up this story, gets her into such a frenzy that she ends up interrupting and demanding to see the stone, and he duly unwraps it in front of her and shows her this exquisite diamond. And she is smitten. Now, the first hurdle, though, is that she says, I love the diamond. I don't like the setting that it's housed in. It's not my style. He immediately has the stone reset into a contemporary setting. He has it set in that frame that I mentioned at the beginning, with the colourless diamonds around it. She's sold on the new look. She loves the stories, and she believes whatever bad luck was brought to others would bring her good luck through the diamond.
Okay.
But she still feels the price is a little high. So they barter back and forth a lot. All of the sort of conversations they're having are very much helped for the fact that Ned McLean owns the Washington Post. So they can run all of these stories. She can run all these stories about it and then drive the price down. But then Cartier can kind of add to them and then drive the price out. It's wonderful publicity for everyone. Eventually, the McLeans buy the Hope diamond in 1912. Titanic. There we are. For the equivalent of 6.1 million today.
Okay.
And also some other jewellery she had. She throws that in. She throws that in as well. And Evelyn would make the Hope diamond her signature accessory during her ownership of it. Her favourite way to wear the stone was as the necklace, as we said at the beginning, layered with all the other diamonds that she had. Bling, bling, bling. She would wear it to every single high society event that she could.
You, if you had it.
At Washington, D.C. Her own parties, she would play Finding the Hope. Party game. She would deliberately misplace the stone and invite her guests to look for it, like a game of hide and seek. When she wasn't wearing it, she would put it on the collar of her Great Dane.
Oh, Christ.
Who was called Mike. That's a terrible name for a dog.
Bad name for a dog.
Mike the dog was wearing this diamond. Security measures for the stone were so elaborate that it was never stolen during her time. There was a guard who was tasked with watching the stone constantly, and 2 private detectives who were watching the guard the whole time. Which makes the hide and seek game very easy.
Yes, absolutely. Where's a small army of people crowded around a closet door?
Someone's got 3 guns to their head. Okay, I'll put it down. It would live in this special guarded safe deposit vault at night when Evelyn wasn't using it. But despite her adoration of the Hope Diamond, such devotion could not protect her from the stone's curse. In 1919, the McLean's eldest son, Vincent, was struck by a car aged 9 and killed. One turn of bad luck. That's probably not the stone, right? Right?
Yes.
The McLeans then become embroiled in the scandal involving President Warren G. Harding and his wife Florence.
Not Florence and Harding.
She apparently would allow the Hardings to wear the diamond on occasion. Florence obviously is the necklace. I don't know if Warren G. Harding...
The president.
Yeah, he loved it.
Big old blingy necklace.
Bit of bling. Oh no, they were good fun at parties. And Ned was also a friend of the Secretary of the Interior, Albert Fall. But this led to Ned being entangled in the Teapot Dome scandal. Do you know of that one?
I've heard of it.
I've heard of it too. And
I've heard of it. Some sort of, financial scandal, but I don't know what.
It was Secretary Fall, who was Ned's mate, leased the Navy petroleum reserves to private oil companies in 1912, taking bribes. So he took bribes from it. Ned tried to help his friend out by covering up the money, claiming that the $100,000 payment had been a loan that he'd made to Fall for undisclosed reasons.
For secret things.
And Ned was threatened with perjury until he went, okay, I was lying. Yeah, and Fall would be jailed for bribery and conspiracy, and President Harding was deeply scrutinised. I didn't know much about Harding, actually, and I look up his Wikipedia briefly, and just many scandals is like the third line. The McLeans would end up in a very messy, very public divorce, very bitter. Ned was caught having an affair. He would descend into heavy drinking. He tried to file for divorce in Mexico, in different countries. She put out injunctions. It's all played out in the press, and obviously he owns the Washington Post. Ned is so drunk by 1933, he is forced to sell the Washington Post to pay for his debts, and also people find that he is not able to run his own business. He moves to Latvia at one point to do the divorce, to try and save money. Not sure why. He would be declared legally insane.
Brilliant.
And not be trusted to manage his own affairs, and he's committed to a psychiatric hospital. He dies there of a heart attack. Yeah. Their only daughter in 1946, Evie, would die at the age of 25 of an accidental overdose of sleeping pills, and Evelyn, her mother, never recovered from it, and she died in 1947 at the age of 60. So tragedy upon tragedy befell the couple.
Not a good end to them.
Shouldn't have bought that diamond. Yeah. In 1949,
What about the dog?
The dog was laughing all the way.
Lived happily ever after. He didn't get cursed, did he?
Well, the dog was carrying the diamond, so maybe it was its loyal servant. Yeah. In 1949, Evelyn's jewellery would be sold via a court order to settle accumulated debts and claims against her estate. The entire collection, including the Hope diamond, would be purchased, though, by another powerhouse jeweller, Harry Winston of New York. A sad end for the McLeans, who had made the diamond the mark of their success, and then they saw nothing but sadness afterwards. Yeah. But now Harry Winston wants to make history with the gem.
Okay.
And he was known for his travelling exhibitions of jewels and gemstones called the Court of Jewels. And his collection would tour the US from 1949 to 1953 with the Hope diamond as the king of diamonds. But his aim was to teach the public about gems and jewellery amid the increasing popularity of expensive junk jewellery. He wanted to teach people about that.
That's what the real thing looks like.
And he would go on to create a collection of jewellery in Washington at the Smithsonian, and the Hope diamond would be its star. On the 10th of November 1958, he finalised terms for the donation. He packaged up the Hope diamond and sent it to the Smithsonian in a simple plain brown paper parcel, mailed out just by the postal service. So just boring old parcel. He did insure it for $1 million. plus the $140 it cost to actually send this stuff in the mail. So everyone was like, ah. Allegedly, the postman who delivered the Hope Diamond to the Smithsonian got in a crash in his truck shortly afterwards. He suffered a head injury. He crushed his leg in a different accident. His wife died of a heart attack, and his house later burnt down.
God.
And the postman acknowledged a string of bad luck. He was skeptical about anything to do with a curse, saying that it was all in perspective and attitude because his children weren't in the house when it burnt down.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Positive spin on things.
Positive spin on it, which is a nice way of doing it. The Hope Diamond now sits as a permanent part of the Smithsonian's National Museum of Natural History. And in 1988, the Hope Diamond was finally graded using modern techniques, and later studies would confirm that it is extremely likely to absolutely certain that the Hope Diamond was cut from the same stone as the French blue. So it has been checked that it's not just two diamonds going, oh, maybe they were quite
It's the same thing.
Yeah. Logically speaking, do you think there's a curse?
No.
No, there is. Well, agree to disagree. Well, curses aren't real. While there were deaths, robberies, murders, and misfortune all around the diamond, it's likely the sensational stories were written in the 19th century, the 20th century to capitalise on the diamond's intrigue, drive up prices.
Bring up the price, absolutely.
Or to lower it, maybe, if you were trying to buy it. The owners of the mysterious blue diamond over the years have been people who would pay exorbitant amounts just to have it. And the likes of the McLeans and others probably had more money than sense.
Yes.
And would believe anything that they were told. Regardless of whether or not you believe in the curse, you do have to admit history is wild. Perhaps you will feel the power of the Hope Diamond for yourself if you go to visit the Smithsonian today, but don't you stand too close, lest you fall victim to the curse.
My God.
And that is the story of the Hope Diamond.
Oh, very good. Lovely cursing nonsense.
You're convinced?
Well, I'm convinced there's a Hope Diamond, yes.
Yeah, there is a Hope Diamond.
Not entirely convinced that it's cursed. That I remain sceptical.
Okay.
I have to say on that one.
Fair.
But but yes, lots of interesting stories that definitely didn't happen.
Well, no, lots of interesting stories of history.
Yes.
Because it has seen terrible things.
It has seen terrible things. But people do terrible things for a big chunk of the rock that's worth a huge amount of money.
Yes. And lots of terrible things happened anyway.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
And the diamond was there.
Yeah.
The diamond was there. But I like the fact that the diamond is almost sentient.
Yes, I don't think it sort of like caused the French Revolution.
Didn't it? It's like the One Ring.
Yes,
that's the way
true.
People are kind of like, it was picked up.
You never know.
It is crazy, this diamond. Yeah, very rare diamond, incredible. You know, the colour of it, the look of it. And has passed through history and has been owned by all these people, and terrible, weird, crazy things have happened around it, as we said. And it being passed through, and at the early part of the 20th century, everyone leaning into this curse.
Everyone loved a curse back then.
But they did. They loved it. I mean, you know, again, it's a bit before the curse of Tutankhamun, of the tomb opening. But you've got loads of curses around that. And all the stories around the Titanic and everything. People go, oh, cursed objects, all these things are befalling us. So it was hugely in vogue. And it's this striking piece. But it's nice. We still have it at the Smithsonian. Indeed. If you want to look at it.
Let's go and have a look.
Yes.
I'll be in Washington.
Well, what do you think, people? What do you think of the story of the Hope Diamond? Do you believe the curse is real? Do you think there are other stories out there, stories you've heard, tales of your ancestors or your relatives who went near it once, or other little tidbits of information that you've heard over the years that you want to share about the Hope Diamond? Or do you think it's all a coincidence? Do you think the Hope Diamond isn't even real?
Hope Diamond itself doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist. It's actually copper, and we'll see what we want to see. Tell us what you think. Jump on the comments of this episode. Share your thoughts, your feelings, your musings, but most importantly, do mix up a gemstone.
Yeah, no, it's perfectly pleasant.
But maybe more sugar if you're just going to
more
use...
sugar. If you don't have a proper pineapple syrupiness, more sugar.
Or make pineapple syrup.
Or, I guess, a pineapple syrup.
Or put some pineapple upside down cake in it.
Make a big cake.
Make a big cake. Remember to join us on Patreon if you haven't already, where you can get lots of extra episodes from us every single week. Please leave us a 5-star review on Apple iTunes if you haven't already, and keep sending us suggestions of stories we can be covering in the future. Thanks for listening, guys. We have been the people inside the Poisoner's Cabinet. We will see you next week. And remember, your loved ones are trying to kill you.